Hi, welcome back to yoga. Today is Wednesday. We're back here at 2 p.m. and not tomorrow, but Friday we'll be back here at 1 p.m. So bringing yoga into our daily lives. Today we're going to practice shoucha. This is the practice, literally means purity, cleanliness, and clearness. It refers to purity of mind, speech, and body. A clear mind leads us into awareness of self. A pure heart, we learn to accept every part of ourselves. A clean body brings us into alignment. This leads to an extreme focus for the present moment, which brings us to awareness and what is happening at this very moment in our life. That is the moment important in time of our life. That is the most important time in our life, is the present moment. This is the time where we can change. We slow down. Like right now, we slow down. Learning a lot about this. We slow down. We take care of our time to filter. We slow down. We take our time to filter our thoughts and speak after carefully considering our words. We can practice shoucha by decluttering, organizing, eating clean, making a practice of cleanliness. As it becomes habit, we naturally become more clear of mind. Things become easier to manage with cleanliness. We move into more positive patterns as we can more easily focus our minds on what is important, the present moment that awakens us into the unlimited possibilities. Hi, Susan Gonzalez. Welcome. All right. Guess from running upstairs, a little bit catching my breath. So welcome to class. We have about another minute. And today we're going to do solar plexus. Come to your seat where we're sitting. Remember, maybe only halfway in the seat, not coming all the way back, but just halfway in. Feeling secure though, feeling comfortable as we find our hip width distance apart, toes point forward. Let's just take a few moments, close the eyes, round and roll the shoulders back. Start to tighten our core here. Even press through the soles of the feet. And let's just gently bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth and right behind the teeth as we start breathing in and out of the nose. Today, let's go ahead and just make a fist. Bring it right over the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is at the bottom of the sternum and right above our belly button, right in between. And then take the opposite hand and just bring it gently over the top of your fist. Continuing breathing here, in and out of the nose, letting the abs expand. So imagine the ribcage abs expanding out. As we exhale, we're drawing all that back into the navel, activating our solar plexus. Inhale. Feeling the expansion, and exhale, we draw back in. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's inhale to Ram. So it's just a long sound of Ram on our exhale. This is also activating the solar plexus. Inhale to Ram. Ram. inhale to Ram. Last one, inhale to Ram. As we relax in our vibration that we created for us today, this is where we can come up with our positive mantra, affirmation, or intention. Take a moment, breathing your intention in and out of your breath. One more deep, relaxing breath here. And let's exhale. We're going to release our hands down to the side. Let's draw the chin down into the chest. And as we do, take our fingers to the backs of the shoulders, press in, and start to press upward towards the skull. So we're on both sides of the vertebrae. We start at the low shoulders, and we just bring that energy and actually massaging our neck as we draw up on both sides of the vertebrae and come right up to the occipital ridge. This is where the skull meets the vertebrae. One more time. And let's open the elbows. Chin is still into chest. Our fingertips are pressing now right along that occipital ridge. So right along where the skull meets our vertebrae on both sides of the vertebrae, we're pressing inward and slightly upward into the skull. Let's exhale and release those elbows, release the hands all the way to the lap, and start to rotate the head to one side. Let's bring the gaze straight forward. So as we bring the gaze straight forward, take that opposite hand that we're not leaning to, and once again, bring the fingers to the side, right where the shoulders meet the neck, press in, and start to move upward and slightly back so that you feel again the edge of that occipital ridge. And then again, coming back down towards the shoulder and moving just a little bit further back. Coming all the way up again to that occipital ridge. One more time. And now that we've done from the side, moving back up to the occipital ridge, we're going to take the fingers more up front. We're still starting at that shoulder junction with the neck, and this time we're going to move right from the side, right up behind the ear. So as soon as we hit the jawline, we move up behind that ear. Now let's do this again. Once again, low, and then moving up on the side, coming close to the jaw, and then moving right behind the ear. One more time. Nice deep breaths. Let's exhale and release that hand. Let's allow the chin to come down, looking down. Take a nice deep breath here. We're going to exhale. Let the chin come all the way across the chest, looking down again. And then gently, while our vertebrae is stacked here, let's go ahead and start to bring that gaze forward. And our head now is just moving towards that shoulder. Both shoulders are relaxed. Our vertebrae is elongated. We're still tucking in here at the abs. Our gaze is forward. We start again, fingertips to the side and towards the back from that junction of the neck and shoulder, and start to bring it up, all the way up and back to the lateral side of that occipital ridge. And again, we start, but we move just a little bit further back. So now we're almost towards the vertebrae here. One more time, coming from the side and moving back and up. Moving as far as we can, maybe coming right along that vertebrae, and then pulling up again right into the occipital ridge. This time we let go. We still have our gaze forward. We're still relaxing. We're not going to take the fingers to the side. Move up the side of the neck, coming close to that jawline, and just bring that up behind the ear. Again, moving from the side, and just gently pressure all the way in behind the ear. Last time, just bringing that energy either with fingertips or even the side of the hand is fine as we bring it all the way up behind the ear. Take a nice deep breath. We're coming back to neutral. Let's inhale, bring the arms up and over. And exhale, release down. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, release, hinge forward. Let the heart lead, flat back. Inhale, tighten those abs, press through the soles of the feet. Let's lift back up and over. Exhale again, hinge forward. Let the heart lead, flatten through the back. Inhale, lengthening up. And let's exhale, twist open to one side. Inhale, let's lengthen forward and up. And exhale to the other side, twisting. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, release the arms all the way to our sides. Bring the hands to the knees. Exhale, cat pose, navel to spine, chin to chest, round through the tailbone. Inhale, option to hinge forward for our cow. Expanding through the chest. And exhale, contract into our cat, round all the way through the back, all the way through the sacrum. Inhale, option to lift and lengthen for our cow. Still rolling those shoulders back, squeezing the scapulas together as we lift through the heart. And exhale again, moving back to our cat. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. As we lengthen up, we can find a ball or block, squeezing those inner thighs, still pressing down through the soles of the feet, toes point forward. Still feeling grounded here. Let's grab a belt, a towel, cloth, tie. Inhale, lengthen the arms up and over. Exhale, let's bring forward and down. So if that feels fairly easy, maybe coming a little bit closer together on that belt. Inhale, tuck in the abs, lengthen up and over. Exhale, releasing forward and down. Inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, forward, down. Still keeping those inner thighs activated, soles of the feet activated. Inhale, lengthen up. Now this is when we can take our time. We're going to try and draw back. If we feel we need to bend an elbow to get that belt back, let's just widen our stance. Come as wide as you need to keep length through the arms as we start to bring them back, letting them open through the shoulders, the chest. Abs stay tucked in, and we bring it all the way back and down again. Let's inhale, take our time moving back up. We're looking for length in the arms. This means we need to check in with the body and find out how much we need to either move in or out. And let's go ahead and start to move it back again. Slowly taking our time all the way back to the hips. And inhale, lengthen back up and over. And let's exhale this time all the way forward and down. Inhale, last one. Lengthen up and over. Keep those arms lengthened. Exhale, bring it back and down. Inhale, lengthening up. release the belt. While we keep those inner thighs connected, squeezing just a little bit more. Let's take one hand on our leg and the other hand we're going to hinge forward at our hips. Keep the back flat, let the heart lead, and draw down to the side. Then let's inhale, lengthen up. Switching sides, exhale, hinging forward as if we're trying to grab something closer to the floor. Inhale, but as we do this, we're hinging only at the hips and we're keeping a nice flat back. Exhale as we hinge, inhale as we come back up. Now we're going to do something different. Let's exhale. We're going to cross over, hinge down as if we're trying to pick something up from the floor. Then let's inhale and bring it all the way back up, hand on lap. So remember, the opposite hand crosses over as we exhale, still keeping a nice flat back. We're just twisting through the upper back as we keep the back flat and the hips hinging. One more time, exhale as we reach down, flat back, inhale, let's bring it back up, and exhale to the opposite side. Inhale, back up. Now we're going to exhale, and as we keep lengthening the spine, we're just going to reach over to the side. And we're keeping it center here, so inhale, let's bring it back. Exhale, just twisting and reaching to the side while keeping length and strength all the way through the body. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep those legs tight. Inhale. Exhale. All right, from here, let's go ahead and inhale. And this time we're going to exhale, sweep that arm, but allow yourself to now really reach. So I'm hinging at the hips, reaching forward into that opposite side. And then I bring it back, still keeping length here, still grounded feet, grounded glutes. Reach to that opposite side. This time, option to hinge forward, twist and reach. Let's bring it back. As we inhale, exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, back. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, coming back. And now let's go ahead and exhale, bring it all the way up, reach, and bring it down. Let's go ahead and lift the opposite arm, reaching up. And exhale, bring it down. Now we're going to rotate. Let's take that hand, rotate upward, reaching upward. And bring it down. You can even look that way. Inhale, reach up at a diagonal. You can look that way. Slight hinge in the hips, slight leaning. We're tightening all our muscles. Let's bring it back. Lengthen through center. Inhale. And exhale. Palm faces away. Inhale. Exhale. Now stay here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale. Exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale. And exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale, let's bring both arms up. And exhale, palms forward, elbows hinging. Let's bring those elbows all the way to our sides. Tuck the elbows into our ribcage, palms point forward. Inhale. And exhale. Draw elbows back, squeezing back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Let's inhale, press forward. Exhale, squeeze close to the rib cage, squeeze back and down with the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and release the hands. Opposite arm comes up. Inhale. And let's exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And let's exhale, sweep down. Bring hands hands back to stop signs right in front of our shoulders. Elbows tuck into the rib cage. Those shoulders roll back down. We're squeezing the scapulas together. Let's move to just one hand moving forward. The other arm, elbow points back. So we have a twist that happens in our shoulders. And let's go ahead and exhale. Start to bring the other elbow back. Inhale, bring the other arm forward. Tight abs, let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're just moving through the shoulders, twisting at the waist. Inhale. Exhale. You can even imagine it, a bow and arrow. Inhale. And let's exhale. Both hands come back in front, center, elbows down to the sides. Let's start to bring those elbows tucking in. Palms rotate to upward facing. Fingers still spread out wide. Draw those elbows in. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. Squeeze towards our vertebrae. Palms up. Tight abs, tight inner thighs. Let's practice our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Next one, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hinge at the elbows. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hinge at the elbows, draw back in. Remember, centering in Ram, our solar plexus. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and release the hands all the way down. As we release those hands, let's release that block or that ball. Maybe our legs are shaking by now, so just coming back in the chair enough, or coming forward enough, depending on you, that we can pick up a leg and drop it. And allow that circulation to come back up through the legs. So remember, we pick up the leg, we drop it. And it's not really harsh. This should not be painful. So always check in with your body, allowing it to drop more on the heels, allowing that pressure to let the blood travel back up through the legs into the heart. Okay, now we've done a few while we lifted them up and we dropped them. So let's bring our hands to the side and we're going to lift up and continue to drop. So now it's like heavy marching. And we're not pressing down, we're just lifting up and we're dropping. We're just no longer using our hands. One more time. Let's inhale, lengthen all the way up and over, palms face us. Exhale, hinge at the elbows. Try to press the soles of the feet down. Inhale, lengthen those elbows back. Exhale, let's hinge at the hips, draw forward, keep that flat back. Inhale again. Strong abs, strong back. Let's exhale, release elbows forward down like Barbie arms coming to the side. Palms face each other, fingertips forward. Then, if you're ready and your back can handle this, let's inhale and lengthen straight forward from the shoulder joints. This takes a little more abs and back, so we're really tightening through that flat back and drawing in towards our center again, back into the solar plexus. Let's go ahead and release the arms down, hands on knees, and gently come all the way back up. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, let's draw those elbows back. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, stay stable. Exhale, release gently those shoulders. You can keep it here or you can inhale forward. And exhale, hinge at the elbows, hands on knees. Press all the way back up as we inhale. Bring the arms to the side as we exhale. Relax the shoulders, press into the soles of the feet. Let's inhale. Exhale, hinge at the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, hinge at the hips, flatten through the back. Strong abs. Start to release the elbows softly, gently down. Palms face each other. You're welcome to stay here or really engage those abs and inhale, arms straight forward, stretching. Relax the hands back to the knees and start to lengthen back up. Let's bring hands to the lateral side of us and twist. Nice deep breaths here. And now let's exhale. We're not coming all the way out of the twist. We're just bringing our gaze back forward. See if we can't keep that opposite arm on that lateral side of the leg or knee and still lengthen right through the torso. This time let's inhale, bring that arm back. If we can look back behind us, that'd be great. If not, you always can you're welcome to look to the side or forward as we reach the arm back. Let's go ahead and exhale, release the arm down. We're going to bring the arm, hand, all the way to the other hand that's closer to the knee or somewhere along the quad. Then we're going to inhale into our windmill and draw up. Palm faces away from us. Exhale, let's bring it back down to that opposite hand. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, lengthen up. And let's exhale, release. All the way back down to the hand. Start to come across the lap. Shrug the shoulders up. And exhale, relax, release the shoulders. Tighten those abs. Press down through the soles of the feet, lateral side of the leg again. And we're just twisting, so we keep length here through the vertebrae. Hands on that lateral side to help us as we twist. The option with the head is forward, to the side, looking back. And let's start to exhale. Remember, we're not fully coming out of the twist. We're just bringing the gaze forward. Hands are still on that side. The one arm that crosses on the outside to the leg, keep that stable. Let's bring the hand on top of that hand. And then let's inhale and just open back. So coming right out to the side and back again. Let's exhale. Gently start to release that arm to the side and back to the other hand right on top. Coming into our windmills. Let's inhale, lengthen straight up and palm faces away from us. You're welcome to bring the gaze on the fingertips to stretch more. Or if that isn't good for your neck, you can bring your gaze forward, down to the side, wherever it's comfortable. Inhale, let's lengthen back up. And exhale, release. Inhale, lengthening up. And exhale, releasing. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale, release. And as we release, just slowly come back forward. Let's start to hinge forward again in that nice flat back. Hands can be on the knees. Let's find where we are comfortable here. Take another deep breath, inhaling and expanding through the body. Now, if you're ready, you can exhale and sink the heart just a little bit deeper into the lap. You can keep the flat back and you can keep the hinged arms and the elbows tucked into the rib cage. If it feels good to you, this is a good time to let go and release into our floor. All of it out, releasing all the way down and rounding. And here we're still expanding through the breath, still expanding out to the sides and moving back into center. One more breath here. And let's start to make our way back up the legs for those of us that relaxed all the way down. Tuck those elbows in, palms on knees, and slowly lift us back into our flat back as we come all the way back up. Let's go ahead and inhale, reaching up and over. And let's exhale, release. Let's bring that belt to our legs. So maybe we come just a little bit further into our chair. You just want to be safe, comfortable, and stable. Let's bring that belt all the way across the ball of the foot. Grabbing a hold of each side and just lengthening out. Remember, we want length here in the torso mostly. So yeah, our leg, we're lengthening, but our core is tight. We're lengthening up through the crown of the head. The shoulders are relaxed down and back as we grab a hold of that belt. We might hinge a little bit at the elbows as we draw that leg just up a little bit more. And maybe as we exhale, we release just a little. And then inhale. Feeling that stretch and length through the hamstring. Exhale. And inhale. Remember, if that breath doesn't work for you, you can move it to the opposite where you exhale and you lift up. Let's go ahead and give the belt. So relax the leg enough that we can give the belt to the same hand. So same side here. We're going to bring the other hand on the knee. Let's inhale and open up. And as we do, this time let's open up our arm. Palm faces forward as we open up the leg and the arm. Let's exhale, come back to center. Lengthening through the shoulder fingertips, lengthening through the hip and heel. Inhale, let's open back up. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, open up. Exhale to center. Let's go ahead and start to release the belt from this hand. Moving now to the opposite hand, wrap the belt. This time bring the hand down to our side, still lifting tall. Lift gently up and then try and cross over. And as we cross over, let's again take this hand that was to our side and open it out to the side. Taking a couple of breaths here as we lengthen out to the side, palm face forward, and that opposite leg lengthens forward. Exhale, slowly release that. We're going to come all the way over to the other side. So coming over to the other side, remember that other leg now gets a rest. Its soles of the foot is down into the earth. We have the ball of the foot on the other side. We're going to lengthen tall through the torso, contract those abs inward, roll those shoulders back down, maybe hinge softly at the elbows, dorsiflex the foot. And bringing it up, whether it be an exhale or inhale. And then the opposite, we release. I like to bring it up on an inhale, feeling that expansion, as it makes it a little bit more difficult to lift the leg. So if that is too much, just bring it up on an exhale. One more time. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Give the belt to the same hand, same side leg. And as we do, our hand can come to the quad here. Let's inhale. Remember, we're going to open the leg, open the hand and arm out to the side and back. Feeling that stretch. Let's exhale back to center. Lengthen through the shoulder joint, through the elbow, through the fingertips. Inhale, open out. Feel that expansion, that opening in the body. Let's exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, let's bring it back to center. And as we do, let's start to release, relax out. We're going to switch the hands. So now we have opposite hand. The other hand can come down to our side and hang onto the chair for a moment. Lift gently up. And move over to the side as if we're trying to cross the leg, but we have length. Take that hand that's on that chair and let's just open it out to the side. Palm faces forward. Maybe open it back. So either to the side or back or anywhere's in between. Nice deep breaths here. And let's exhale. We're going to slowly release that. As we release, let's go ahead and come closer to the edge, or excuse me, not to the edge of the chair. Let's come closer to the back of the chair. We want to do our chair ups. That's what I'm going to call them, chair ups. So it's basically moving into chair pose for us from the chair, lifting up. So let's bring our hands to the knees, hip width distance apart here. And you're always welcome to add a little bit more resistance with a ball or with a block. Inhale here, let's exhale, hinge forward at the hips, let that heart lead, have a nice flat back. Press into the soles of the feet, press into the knees, and lift those glutes. So maybe with that extra weight, my ball's weighted, it may be harder to lift up off the chair. But we're keeping that flat back here. And then we're slowly using those quad muscles as we hinge back down. So we're slowly releasing our glutes back down. Those quad muscles are tight. We inhale, we keep the back flat the entire time. Let's exhale, hinge forward again. Press down into the soles of the feet, into the knees. And we lift slightly up, flatten through the back. And let's exhale, bring it back down. This might be too much. So if it is, no worries, just bring it to the side. We're gonna do one more. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Keep that flat back. Inhale, lift those glutes. Nice deep breath here. Let's exhale slowly back down. Now from here, let's bring our arms straight out. And we are going to come closer to the front part of the chair now. Just make sure it's safe and comfortable, palms face down. Stretching right out from the shoulders into the fingertips, hip width distance apart. Let's try and bring up one knee on and exhale this time, close to the arm or hand, as close as we can, and bring it down. Try and keep length in the spine, length in the torso, tuck those abs in, navel to spine. Really bringing that knee up as high as we can, bring it down, ground. Inhale here. And exhale, knee high. Inhale, open those fingers. Bring the leg down. Exhale, point the fingers forward, bring them together, lift the knee. Inhale, open fingers, leg comes down. Exhale, close the fingers, point forward, lift the knee. Inhale, open fingers, spreading wide. Exhale, close fingers, draw knee up. And inhale, lengthen back down. Let's exhale, release that. Let's go ahead and inhale, palms forward, draw back. Squeeze the scapulas together, and then rotate thumbs upward. Palms start to rotate upward, rotating slowly. And then let's exhale, give ourselves a hug. Just squeeze tight, lift shoulders, really contract the muscles of the arms, the muscles of the shoulders, giving yourself a hug. And let's inhale, open back up. Stretch back as far as we can. And exhale, the opposite arm comes up on top as we give ourselves again a nice squeeze, squeezing so tight. Shoulders, arms are contracted. Let's inhale, open back up. Exhale, opposite arm on top. Grab all the shoulders, tighten through the core. Take another deep breath. And let's exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. And exhale, it's a release. Remember which arm was on top. Open back up as we inhale. And let's exhale. Opposite arm comes up on top. Let's inhale here. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Inhale. Let's exhale and release that. Let's gently bring hands to knees, hinge forward. This time we're going to come all the way up and out of our chair. Press into the soles of the feet, especially those heels. Press into the palms and gently start to hinge up. Keep that flat back as we lengthen all the way up. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, let's release those arms. We're going to come back to the back part of the chair. As we come back to hip width distance apart, right here behind our chair, soften those knees. Let's take one leg, draw back. As we come to the ball of the foot, let's allow that hip to open, allow that heel to sink back and down, and those toes are now at an angle for us, so at a diagonal. Hips on, or hands on hips. That front knee is bent, toes point forward towards your chair. We're bringing it into warrior one. Let's bring hands back up on the chair. So my front leg here is back, and my leg on the other side is forward. I'm going to keep that hand, same knee that is bent forward, right on the chair. The other hand, we're going to inhale, lengthen up and over. And as we exhale, start to allow your heart, your arms to open. Keep the other one on the chair. Lengthen back. Palm rotates to down. And then allow that arm to gently sweep to the hip. Here you notice the hip is open. Let's exhale, bring that hip forward, elbow forward. Inhale again, draw the arm up. Exhale, open up to that warrior two, palm back and down. Release that hand that's behind us to the hip. Rotate the hips forward again. Inhale, bring that arm up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Start to release on that inhale as we bring the hand to the hip again. Exhale, hips forward, facing for warrior one. Let's bring that hand back to the chair. So now the same hand as the leg that is bent in front of us is going to come up for warrior one. And exhale again, revolving warrior two, as it is the opposite. As we draw back, looking back, and then slowly release. And allow yourself to twist forward again. Inhale, bring that arm up. Exhale, open it up like we would for warrior two, but it's revolving warrior two, back, release down. Last one, let's inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, open up and back, and gently release down and forward back on the chair. Let's step it forward. As we step it forward, hip width distance apart, let's bring hands to chair. Let's gently walk it back as far as you can. So as far as you can from the chair, it may not be too far. Hinge or soften those knees, but when you hinge the hips, start to set them slightly back so you can still see those toes. We don't want to allow the knees to go way over those toes and hurt our knees. So we want to keep them soft, hinge back the glutes, and slowly release the head between the arms. Nice deep breaths as we find a flat back. And let's gently start to bring it back up. We're coming back close to our chair, walking back. So remember, it was my other leg that had bent knee, so we're going to switch to the other leg. So this leg, our opposite leg, stabilizes. Soften the knee, hands on chair, and let's step back the other leg. As we step back, we lift the heel, and then we're going to draw that heel slightly in, and the toes point off at a diagonal. You want to check those hips by hands on hips. Draw yourself forward for that warrior one pose here. Toes, knee points forward, hands on the chair. So here we are, opposite hand to the knee that is bent is going to come up for warrior one as we inhale. And exhale, we're going to open up the shoulders, open up the side, bring the hand back and down to our back. Then slowly release down, rotating forward again. Inhale, let's bring it up into our warrior one. Exhale, open the hips. Bring the arm back, warrior two. And slowly bring the hand back to the hip. Noticing the hips are open. And slowly rotate the hips forward again. Sweep the hand forward up. Last one. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open up the hips, warrior two. You can look back. Release that hand to the hip, bend elbow. Draw hips forward. Bring that hand forward. Now we're taking the same hand as the bent knee. We're going to do the same thing. Let's inhale, lengthen up to that warrior one. Exhale, revolving warrior two by bringing it back. Palm faces the floor. You can look back. Option to bring your gaze wherever it is comfortable for your neck. Bring that down. And then we're going to inhale, bring it back up. Warrior one. Exhale, twisting at that waist, opening those shoulders. Bringing it back, revolving warrior two. And then slowly sweep down by the hips. Rotate forward. Inhale. Exhale, let's open back up. Release the arm back down. And let's bring it back to the chair. Let's step that other foot forward. Let's walk it out for a moment. Hip width distance apart. Keeping those knees soft. Let's find that hip width distance apart. Grab a hold of that chair and we're going to walk it back. We want to come back into our downward facing dog. So remember, our knees are soft, and when we hinge back, the glutes are coming further back to counterweight. We're bringing the weight into our heels. Stretching forward, let's release the head. Try and flatten through the back. Nice deep breaths here. We're stabilizing into our heels mostly. Most of the weight is in our heels. Exhale, we're going to slowly walk back up. And as we walk back up, let's go ahead and find our way back into our seat. As we find our way back into the seat, let's find open legs here. So remember, comfortable on the seat, secure, safe. Knee, ankle alignment, toes point out the same direction. Let's inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, palms forward, moonflower. Moonflower, elbows come down to the rib cage, coming back to center. Let's inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, option to hinge forward for our sunflower. So remember, if we're hinging forward, flatten through the back, abs tuck in, heart leads. Allow those hands that big circle, whether we hinge forward or that we keep aligned with the spine by lengthening upward. Inhale. And let's exhale, keep one arm up, palm face forward, hinge at the elbows, the other one comes down, palm up. Let's inhale, stretch over to the side. Let's exhale, bring it back. Center, start to inhale, bring the arms up and over. Exhale, moonflower. Inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, sunflower. Option to stay seated here for our sunflower, not hinging forward as we open those arms, making that big circle, still coming to center, low, and opening back up as we inhale. Exhale, we're going to hinge one elbow, keep the other arm up, hinge one elbow, palm faces up, and then we're going to inhale once we stabilize, reaching. And let's exhale, soften that elbow, starting to come back up. Inhale, lengthen arms up. Exhale, hinge at the elbows. Let's come into cactus arms. Here we're pressing the soles of the feet down. And let's go ahead and start to bring the palms together. And then once we have the palms together, let's zip down, press the elbows and forearms together. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Slowly release, heart center, relax the shoulders back and down, and then let's push the palms together. So now we're activating those arms. Let's really press those palms tight, activating the full arms here. Then start to lift the elbows until they come up to shoulder width distance. Then bring the palms away again, pressing hard to each other as we activate all the muscles of the arms and the abs and the legs. Let's go ahead and press the elbows one direction. And then look over that shoulder. Let's move back to center. We're still having tension here in the arms. Not as great as when we were just in center, but we still have tension pressing together. Let's bring the elbows to the other side. And then look over the opposite shoulder. Let's go ahead and bring it back to center. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Let's release those hands. Let's slowly heel toe the feet, the legs back into hip width distance apart. As we find comfortableness again, let's rock gently left and right. Hands can be on the knees, hands can be on the quads. Let's just gently rock left and right for a moment. Taking nice deep breaths. And then find center here. And let's exhale, chin into chest. Let's inhale, bring the gaze up. As we bring the gaze up, let's start to tuck those elbows in. Let's squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. And let's exhale, chin comes down to chest again, relaxing shoulders. And just lift to neutral here. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Releasing and relaxing. We are getting ready for Shavasana here. So welcome to come down, relaxing. Maybe a few head rolls, shoulder rolls. Maybe our wrists or our fingers need a little extra. So take this moment and just do a little extra, whether we're squeezing fists, opening hands, rolling through our ankles, rolling through our feet, getting those joints. And if we need to do some head rolls, any kind of movement before we come down into our Shavasana. So get ready for your Shavasana. Make sure that you're comfortable. You might want a pen and paper. If you have any pressing ideas or anything that comes to mind that you need to get rid of so that we can really focus in on our meditation. So let's get ready here. If you're in a chair, you can relax. You can choose palms face up, ready to receive, or even palms face down if you're not quite ready and you want to stay more to self and grounded. And we're going to start shutting the eyes, whether we're lying down on our backs, whether we're sitting in chairs, wherever we're at, coming into our personal space. Inhaling and exhaling, focusing on our breath. As we focus on the breath, each inhale, we feel expansion as the breath moves through the body. And each exhale, we draw back inward. Today, we meditate for clarity of our mind, purity within our heart, and cleanliness within our body. Breathing in clarity and exhaling the clouds away. As we begin to focus on our breath, observing our breath. Each breath we let go a little more and sink a little deeper. We shift our awareness to our patterns from when we wake up to when we go to bed. Some of these patterns and habits may be unconscious, and some we are fully aware of. Do we honor our body with good habits and patterns of nutrition and cleanliness? Do we practice slowing down and observing our thoughts? Can we replace any negative self-talk with positive, uplifting, supportive thoughts? Can we let go of things that no longer serve us? Taking a moment, shifting our perspective from one that sees problems to one that sees solutions. Noticing where we can improve our awareness, making more conscious decisions during the day. The more in tune we become from this practice of slowing down and improve our witnessing awareness, we can come into alignment. Alignment of the mind, body, and heart. Breathing in this present moment awareness. Can we open our hearts just a little more? Allowing yourself to breathe freely. Breathing in deeply as we allow our hearts to expand. Letting go of all the walls of fear. Allowing ourselves to easily forgive. Continue to deepen your breath. As we breathe fully through the body, allowing it to awaken our senses. Slowly starting to bring us back to this room. Back to the body, back to our mind. And as we bring movement back to the body, we can choose to start awakening by bringing movement. We can open the eyes or we can keep them shut. As we bring movement back to the body, stretching, contracting, bringing flow and energy back. And as we find this flow and energy, we can move to our sides if we are lying down on a floor, couch, or bed. If we find that we're in a chair, we could just start to awaken here. And we all come back up. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. It looks like we have Susan and Marianne. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. As we practice the Niyamas now. So we're on the second limb of yoga. So remembering that the 8 limbs of yoga we started with, asana is what we do every time we come together. We practice our poses, our movements with our breath. And now we went from Yamas, the first limb, second limb, Niyamas. See you tomorrow, Friday. We'll see you Friday at 1 p.m. We have Monday and Wednesday at 2 p.m. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.